Hello and welcome to the Midday Update. These are the top headlines from our newsroom today. COVID cases in Oman likely to decline by September. Majlis Shura meeting to discuss impact of COVID on tourism. CAA issues clarification on travelers to Egypt. Over 400,000 Omani riyals collected in Oman for Palestine support. UNSC calls on parties to fully comply with ceasefire in Gaza. India COVID-19 tally rises over 26 million. Daily deaths fall below 4,000 mark. Atletico Madrid win La Liga title on dramatic final day. These were the top headlines from our studio today. Let's see how the weather condition looks like in the Sultanate in our weather update.
This is Maythil Shukeli with today's weather update, and right now I'm inside the TFM studio in Al Khair. Before we move on to weather, here is our fact for the day. A weather phenomenon called diamond dust commonly occurs in the Arctic and Antarctica. It is often described as clear sky precipitation. That is our fact for the day. Now let's move on and see how the weather will be like in the Sultanate. An alert has been issued by Oman Meteorology and Civil Aviation Authorities saying that there will be poor visibility due to the fog formation, and there will be mainly clear skies in the Sultanate with chances of clouds formation over Al Hajar Mountains in the afternoon, and chances of dust rising in open areas and in the desert. There's also chances of late night to early morning low-level clouds or fog patches along the coastal areas of the Arabian Sea. And now let's take a look at how the weather will be like in all the governorates. Muscat will be sunny, temperatures between 40 to 29 degrees Celsius. Musandam will be sunny, temperatures between 45 to 31 degrees Celsius. North Al Batina will be sunny, temperatures between 38 to 29 degrees Celsius. South Al Batina will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 43 to 33 degrees Celsius. Al Buraymi will be sunny, temperatures between 46 to 32 degrees Celsius. Al Dhahira will be sunny, temperatures between 47 to 31 degrees Celsius. Al Dakhliya will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 44 to 31 degrees Celsius. North Al Sharqiya will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 44 to 28 degrees Celsius. South Al Sharqiya will be sunny, temperatures between 42 to 32 degrees Celsius. Al Wusta will be sunny, temperatures between 47 to 28 degrees Celsius, and the Dhafar will be partly cloudy, temperatures between 30 to 22 degrees Celsius.
Welcome back to TTV, watching Midday Update. Now, before we get into the details of the local stories for the day, let's see how the COVID-19 situation in the Sultanate looks like. The Ministry of Health has announced the registration of 26 death cases in the country today. This has taken the total death toll to 2,265. The Ministry of Health has also extended their deepest condolences to the families of the deceased. In addition to that, the Ministry of Health has also announced the registration of 1,757 new coronavirus cases in Oman today. This is the accumulation of the last 3 days in terms of death cases and the coronavirus registration. Now, total cases in the country have now touched 210,364, including 194,950 recoveries, as well as 2,265 deaths. According to the Ministry of Health, in the last 3 days, they have also registered 1,977 recoveries. The Ministry of Health has adhered everyone to stick to precautionary measures issued by the Supreme Committee and the Ministry of Health. And now from a local desk. COVID-19 infection rates in the Sultanate of Oman are gradually declining, and continued precautionary measures will see them drop even further in the coming months. A significant decrease in COVID numbers will be seen by September, which could lead to a major drop in the numbers of the patients admitted to hospitals and intensive care units, said Ibrahim Al-Maimani, who's a data analyst in the country. While a decline in COVID-19 cases was seen from May 1st to May 20th in comparison to April, the deaths from the disease continue to remain at an alarming level, he added. In fact, he said that from the beginning of May until last Thursday, we noticed a decrease in the number of new cases. There was a drop in the numbers of new infections, while the recovery rate rose from 89.5% to 92.5%. During this period, 14,503 cases were recorded, compared to 23,475 cases during the same period in April, resulting in a 62% decrease in the numbers of new infections seen, he said. Furthermore, 18,613 people recovered from the disease during the first 3 weeks of May, a slight increase of 0.4% in comparison to the same time in April. Good news in caseloads was also seen in hospitalization rates. There were 169 inpatients fewer in hospitals on May 20th, a 20% drop from the 833 admissions seen at the beginning of the month. Similarly, the number of patients admitted to intensive care also declined from 275 at the start of May to 251 20 days later. Al-Maimani explained that this indicator is relatively good because an increase in the number of inpatients constitutes a great burden to the Ministry of Health, and the capacity of hospitals as a new record of 287 patients in intensive care was registered on May 4th. He continued saying that when analyzing the numbers of deaths, we see that this number is still high. The death rate for May has reached 11 deaths per day, which is a bit less than the daily rate of 11.5 last April. That is the highest rate since the start of the pandemic. The decline of case numbers by September and the numbers of inpatients in hospitals will also definitely affect the death rate, he added. Now, adding to this, Major Mohammed bin Salim al-Hashami from the Public Relations Department of the Royal Oman Police said, people in the country were keen to practice the required measures such as wearing masks, physical distancing in public places, and remembering not to bring children into areas such as shops and restaurants. These, he said, coupled with the Supreme Committee's recent decision to prevent the movement of vehicles and people at night, helped bring down the rates of infection. Majlis Ash-Shura during the 11th regular meeting of the second convening annual, which is 2020-2021 of the 9th term, hosted today. The tourism sector in Oman has witnessed a decrease in revenues by more than 60% due to the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020. His Excellency Salim al-Mahrouki, who's the Minister of Heritage and Tourism, said in a statement that the tourism sector has witnessed a steady growth in its indicators over the past years, bringing the sector's total production to 1.2 billion Omani Riyals by the end of 2019, with a direct added value of 718 million Omani Riyals compared to 700 million Omani Riyals in 2018 to form 2% of the total gross domestic product. The number of incoming visitors also increased, reaching 30 million visitors in 2019. However, the performance of the sector, as you know, was affected by the exceptional case of the COVID-19 pandemic since the first quarter of 2020, which led to a decrease of 75%, bringing the number of visitors to 30,000 visitors only, and a decrease in the number of hotel guests by 52%. This was inevitably reflected in its revenues, with a decrease of 63% compared to 2019, His Excellency said. He also explained that to face these repercussions and through direct coordination with the relevant authorities, the ministry developed a comprehensive plan for recovery consistent with several models of pandemic developments and their possible gradual decline by gradually activating the tourism sector, beginning with local tourism and then regional and international by launching campaigns and promotional programs accompanying each of the stages according to the target groups, as well as focusing on proposing a package of projects and initiatives to stimulate local tourism in coordination with the governorates and other sector partners. He continued saying that the ministry aims to attract total investments worth 2 billion Omani riyals during the next 3 years within the program of attracting investments and developing exports, which emanates from the priorities of Oman's Vision 2040. The approved timetables, as well as the implementation of a number of possible investment initiatives related to facilitating procedures, governance, developing legislation governing the sector, and a number of other enablers. It is hoped that these measures will significantly contribute to the recovery of the sector during the next 3 years, increase its annual production, boost the labor market with new jobs, and return to the targeted indicators. The Civil Aviation Authority in the Sultanate this morning has issued a clarification on the arrival of travelers infected with COVID-19 on board the Oman national carrier to Egypt. The authority said in its statement that the Civil Aviation Authority followed with great interest what was recently circulated on social media regarding the arrival of passengers to Cairo Airport in the Sisterly Arabic Republic of Egypt on board one of the national carriers to the Sultanate, and the discovery of some of them being infected with COVID-19 virus. The authority would like to clarify that Oman applies health and safety protocols to limit the spread of the COVID-19 virus to all airlines operating their flights to and from the Sultanate, and that Omani carriers are obligated to ensure that the passengers transported on their flights meet the requirements of entering the country heading to it. The authority concerned has recently coordinated with their counterparts in the Egyptian Civil Aviation Authority regarding the new measures taken by the Egyptian authorities in this regard, and it has been confirmed that all travelers had pre-examination certificates with a negative result before accepting their travel on the flight bound for Cairo Airport. The requirements for entering some countries, including the Sultanate, include re-examination of all arrivals once they arrive, as the emergence of tests with a positive result is possible due to various health considerations, including the possibility of infection during the period after the pre-examination before travel to the day of arrival. Now, donations of more than 400,000 Omani riyals have been collected during the last 10 days to support Palestine and the reconstruction of Gaza after the Israeli occupation attack on Gaza. Since the beginning of the Israeli occupation's attack on Gaza, there have been calls to collect donations to help the Palestinians and rebuild Gaza. Darul Atta Association launched a campaign for Palestine in cooperation with Oman Charitable Organization and managed to collect 17,205 Omani riyals for Palestine. The association said that all donations are collected and transferred to the Omani Authority for Charitable Activities, which in turn will ensure the purchase of medicines and medical supplies needed by hospitals in the areas in occupied Palestine. Darul Atta works in cooperation with the Omani Authority for Charitable Activities, which will ship medicines and medical supplies and deliver them to the Sultanate's embassy in Ramallah. From there, the embassy will oversee the distribution of the medical aid. Darul Atta said that you can help our brothers in Palestine by donating via trusted official channels, use your publishing skills to educate the people around you, write, draw, photograph, sing, support any project that allocates its profits for the benefit of Palestine, and remember our brothers in Palestine in your prayers. Now, according to donate.om, Oman Charitable Organization has received donations of more than 600,000 Omani riyals for Palestine, where 392,923 Omani riyals of them collected just in the last 10 days. In more details, Oman Charitable Organization donation distributed 292,366 Omani riyals for people in Gaza, 36,934 Omani riyals to sponsoring Palestine's orphans, and 16,773 Omani riyals for projects in Palestine. With this news, we have come to announce the quick commercial break, but stay tuned as we'll be right back after this quick commercial break for more updates in International Desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket, now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV watching Midday Update. Now from International Desk. Hello and welcome. Sorry, I think the Midday Update was already running on my phone. Continuing with our international stories for today, the United Nations Security Council on Saturday local time welcomed the ceasefire in Gaza and urged the sides to comply with the agreement while stressing the need for urgent humanitarian assistance to Palestine following the 11-day conflict. According to the UNSC, a press statement was issued and they said that the members of the Security Council welcomed the announcement of a ceasefire beginning May 21st and recognized the important role Egypt, other regional countries, the United Nations, the Middle East Quartet, and other international partners played in this regard. The Security Council called for full adherence to the ceasefire. The members of the Security Council mourned the loss of civilian lives resulting from the violence. The members of the Security Council stressed the immediate need for humanitarian assistance to the Palestinian civilian population, particularly in Gaza, and called for support for a swift, sustainable reconstruction and recovery. The members of the Security Council stressed the urgency of the restoration of calm in full and reiterated the importance of achieving a comprehensive peace based on the vision of a region where two democratic states, Israel and Palestine, live side by side in peace with secure and recognized borders. The 11-day conflict reportedly killed 243 people in the Gaza Strip and 12 people in Israel. Thousands of rockets were exchanged between Israel and Hamas before an Egypt-brokered ceasefire was struck on Thursday night. India's coronavirus tally rose to 26,532,132, with 240,842 new cases registered in the past 24 hours, said the Federal Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on Sunday. Besides, as many as 3,741 deaths since Saturday morning took the death toll to 299,266. After 2 days, the number of daily deaths has once again fell below 4,000 mark. There are still 2,805,399 active cases in the country, with a decrease of 118,001 cases in the past 24 hours. The number of daily active cases has been on the decline over the past few days after a continuous surge since mid-April. A total of 23,425,467 people has been cured and discharged from hospitals so far across the country. In a bid to curb the COVID-19 cases graph, most of the states in the country have imposed night curfews and partial or complete lockdowns. India's nationwide vaccination drive was kicked off on January 16, 2021, and over 195 million vaccination doses, to be accurate, to have been administered to the people across the country. A total of 1,604,552 vaccine doses were given on Saturday alone. Presently, the third phase of COVID-19 vaccination is going on, covering all people aged 18 years and above, though an acute shortage of vaccines is being felt across the country. 3 types of vaccines are being administered to the people in India, including the Covishield and the Covaxin and the Russia-made Sputnik V. Once again, it's time for a quick commercial break, but stay tuned for more updates from our sports desk.
Oman's largest online supermarket, now has no minimum order limit. From grocery to household items, Rafiq has everything that you want. Enjoy worry-free shopping with over 8,000 products to choose from and get it delivered straight to your doorstep. Rafiq, you order, we deliver.
It's about time we kicked COVID-19 out of our lives. Join us on TTV Outline every Monday and let us learn how to fight COVID together. Welcome back to TTV, you're watching Midday Update. And now from a sports desk. Goals from Correa and Luis Suarez helped Atletico Madrid defeat Valladolid, and as a result, Diego's side won the La Liga 2020-2021 title. Atletico Madrid defeated Valladolid 2-1 on Saturday, and as a result, the side secured the title with 86 points from 38 matches. Real Madrid won 2-1, and as a result, the side finished at the second spot with 84 points. This is the 11th time that Atletico Madrid has won the La Liga title. The last time they had won La Liga was way back in the 2013-2014 season. In the match between Atletico and Valladolid, the former got off to a good start as they got a 1-0 lead in the 18th minute as Oscar scored the goal. However, Atletico staged a strong comeback in the second half as Correa and Suarez got among the scoring charts, and as a result, the side won the match 2-1 to secure the title. On the other hand, Pino gave Villarreal a good start in the 20th minute against Real Madrid. It looked like Real Madrid would suffer a loss, but in the 87th minute, Karim first got the equalizer for Real Madrid, and then Luka got among the scoring to hand Madrid a 2-1 win. Last season, Real Madrid had won La Liga, but this time they failed to secure the title. Barcelona finished at the third spot this season after they won 1-0 against Eibar in the last game. With this news, we have come to the end of the episode for today, but stay tuned as we'll be back again tomorrow with more updates and latest news your way. Keep watching TTV.
You've just heard the live feed from the TTV studios on TFM 95.4. Let's talk.